Well, hello class. Welcome to the summer version of Introduction to Environmental Issues. It's Environmental Studies 1 or O1. I'm Walter Arenstein. I'm your instructor. I used to teach in the classroom at San Jose State University when we lived in San Jose. And then when we were going to move away, I actually put the first class ever for environmental studies online. And I've been teaching this class for a number of years online as we've moved around the country, as my wife's career has taken off, and I've traveled around in support of her career and have taught online and also have a consulting company. So it's worked out really nice for us, and we are right now in the middle of another move. My wife just took a very high-level corporate position in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and so we're moving from Lompoc, California, the Central Coast, which we loved, between San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara. But got to go where the jobs are, and her big promotion came here. So we are now in temporary housing. You can see behind me the beautiful Marriott Hotel. And we're in temporary housing here as we wait to close on a house and move all our stuff from California here, which will be, towards the end of July, so in a few weeks. Anyway, this is your welcome video to the class. I want to go over a few things just really quickly here, and then I'll do a series of mini lectures just about on every chapter we cover. Maybe not exactly every chapter, but on chapters where I have things I want to say in addition to what's in the book, and give you some of my personal experiences and other tidbits like that. So please try to take a look at these lectures each week, and I'll also maybe check the announcements, because that's where I'll post these, the link to these videos, which will be on YouTube. But I'll also check the announcements because, I'm going to remind you what's coming up each week. Remember, this is a very, very, very short semester. I normally try to only teach it during the 10-week semester, but here we are in the 5-week summer semester. So there's an incredible amount of work for you to do and for me to correct and do and so forth in 5 very, very short weeks. You have to come up to speed very, very quickly. You can't waste, even 2 or 3 days learning how to use the Canvas system, the new online system, and getting into the class and starting doing the discussions. You have, I think, 3 discussions this very first week. So the first thing to do, of course, is read the document I sent you. I sent you 2 documents, the course green sheet or syllabus, and then maybe even more important than that was the How to Take a Web Class document that I've produced for a number of years now. You really need to read this and understand it and live by it and print it out and go by it for the whole class. Especially, it's a lot of detail on the discussions. The discussions really take the place of classroom interaction, and it's by far the most important part of the class. You can see by the points they get, and also just how many of them there are. There are, for the summer class, there's 13 discussions. There's 1 ungraded discussion where you just introduce yourself. So please do that right away. And then you need to get into the first 3 discussions. Get the book. Hopefully you have the book already. I've been fighting for 2 or 3 decades with publishers about the outrageous prices they charge. So I would recommend, of course, not buying the textbook. I would get the e-text, or you can, I think, rent the book, or get a loose leaf, a cheaper version if you want a hard copy. I would do anything besides buying. The book is just, it's outrageous. It's just outrageous. So I try to do my best not to support that, but it is a good book that I've used for a while, and I like it. So anyway, do your best at getting the best price you can on the textbook and get into that right away. Again, on the discussions, for each discussion topic, and there are 13 topics, I think there's 3 every week, and then maybe 1 week there's 2, you need to leave 3 discussion posts. So you need to leave 3 messages about each discussion topic. And within those 3 posts, you need to include somewhere in them 2 outside references. So let's say the first discussion issue is on a local environmental issue that you're interested in or know about in your community. So you're going to leave your first post and tell me in a few paragraphs, what the issue is and maybe a little bit about it. Maybe you'll leave then as your first outside reference a link to a newspaper article or to a website. Most of the time the outside references will be websites that you find, and you can put the link in, into your post. But don't just put the link in there. Tell a little bit about what's on that link, so both I and other students can go in and take a look at it and know what's there. I get a lot of useful information from the students about issues, and so I'd like to know a little bit about the outside references that you include. Again, it could be a book, could be a newspaper article, could be a website, but 2 outside references for every discussion topic. So again, you're putting in 3 what I have defined as significant posts. And read about that very carefully in the How to Take a Web Class document. A significant post it's significant. It's not just saying, well, I agree with what Jim said about air pollution. You have to add something significantly to the discussion. And so you need to have 3 significant posts and 2 outside references in those 3 posts to get the credit for each discussion topic. So in a week when we have 3 discussion topics, you're going to leave 3, 6, 9 discussion posts, and they are going to include 6 outside references, or 2 outside references for each discussion topic, and 3 discussion posts for each discussion topic. So you need to get into that right away. There's no way really to make it any easier, because we have to squeeze all of this into 5 weeks. So I have cut out 1 or 2 things in the class just to make it humanly possible to do the class, but it is basically equivalent as it must be to the 16-week semester class. So get into the discussions right away, and then read my How to Take a Web Class document very carefully and follow it. If you want to get the maximum points in the discussions, make sure your discussion posts have at least 3 of them, that they are significant, that you have the 2 outside references for each discussion topic, and that you don't do them all on the same day. The idea of the discussion is for you to interact with what I say, and what more importantly than me is what the other students say. I will start you off on the discussion topic with an intro that you can then go from. Sometimes during the week I'll add another point in there that you can then react to, or I will just let you as students handle the discussions. So you don't have to do one every single day of the week, but you shouldn't do them all on Monday or Monday and Tuesday. I want you to spread them out a little bit during the week. So try to do Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, and maybe a Friday. Try to stretch them out to at least 3 days of the week if you can. It doesn't take very long to do one significant post. If you get online and you do 1 post for each topic, let's say 3 topics, it'll probably take you 15 minutes. And then maybe a little bit of research to come up with outside references or websites to plug into those discussion posts that you do. So again, very, very important. Get into that right away. I'll try to follow you very closely this first week and give you some feedback as fast as I can to let you know how you're doing and what you need to change. I give you some good guidance on how I grade the posts in that document, so please take a look at that. Again, I cannot emphasize this enough. The students who get it about the discussions do very well in the class. It's the majority of the points. The 2 exams are open book exams. The quiz, you can use your book if you want to as well. There's 1 research paper. It's basically these discussions that you really need to do a really good job on. And I must say that as I've taught this over many years, our students have done quite a bit better, and I think know what I'm expecting from you. So please do that, very important. Remember, when you submit assignments, there's 2 homework assignments. There's a ecological footprint, where you go to a website and you put in information about your lifestyle and create your own ecological footprint. And then there's a newspaper, what's happening in my community, where you report on a newspaper or two newspaper articles on environmental issues. Those are in the assignment section of the Canvas online class. And when you click on them, you'll come up with 2 files, both a Word file and a PDF file, that explains each of those assignments. So make sure you download, print, or save those files, whatever version you want, the Word or the PDF, so you know exactly what I want for those 2 homework assignments. What I want in the research paper is clearly explained in the syllabus, the green sheet, so please read that. If I was you, I would, after the first week, I would start, getting your research topic approved by me. So it has to be approved, so please tell me what you want to do. Remember, it has to be about environmental issues. So if you're doing something on, let's say, recycling, you can mention some things about the political or social or economic aspects of recycling, but I mainly want you to concentrate on the environmental aspects of recycling. So if you choose solar energy, toxic waste, whatever topic you want to work on, get it approved by me, and I'll probably give you some pointers. And make sure when you do the paper, you deal with mainly the environmental aspects of that topic. Remember, please submit everything in Word format for me. If you work in WordPerfect or in OpenOffice or something, you can always save it as a Word document. Because if it's not a Word document, I may not be able to go in and actually leave comments, which I like to do when I have the time to do it. There's not going to be a lot of time for me to give you a lot of detailed feedback. Your research paper, because I didn't want you to have it due the first week or the second week, is due towards the end of the class. So most likely I'll give you just a grade on your paper, and then I will try to get them back to you. And certainly if you want feedback on your grade, I will go in and give you some detailed feedback on the paper. Remember, on the paper, grammar, writing quality counts. I can't tell you enough that I really suggest very strongly you take a draft of your paper into the Writing Center at San Jose State University and let them go over it with you. It's extraordinarily important. More important than any facts that you will learn in your college career, the ability to communicate clearly and effectively, both orally and in written form, and also in multimedia these days, is more important than any fact or technical knowledge you're going to come out with. My ability to communicate has done a lot more for my career than anything I learned in a textbook during my college career, which was, well, you don't want to know, many years ago. Okay, so do that. Remember, if you have any technical problems, I can't help you. 1, I'm in Pennsylvania. 2, I have no control over, your interaction with the system. So you have to go to the, the eCampus help, and I give you that information and how to take a web class document, so do that. There are 7 quizzes. Each quiz, the number of it is the same as the chapter of the book that we're covering that week, so take the number quiz the week we cover that chapter in the book. So when we cover chapter 3, take quiz number 3. When we discuss chapter 9, take quiz 9, so on and so forth. There are lectures in there. One of the modules has lectures for each of the chapters. They're basically PowerPoint presentations for each of the chapters. It's not going to be anything that really isn't in the textbook for the most part, but if you want to, you can take a look at that. It does give you some good highlights of what's important in it. Remember that the exams are going to be open book. I give you plenty of time to work on them. I'm not interested in how much you could remember for an hour or two. I'm more interested in that you're able to find information when you need it and look it up and use it effectively in your academic and even more importantly in your professional career. I know most of you are not environmental studies majors, but believe me, knowing about environmental issues is now becoming, and has been in my mind, important in almost any discipline that you study. From nursing to architecture to even to the humanities and the social sciences. There are some aspects of environmental issues, and even if it's not there, it's in your personal life with recycling and energy use and what's a hybrid vehicle and what do I do about this or that, and how about those chemicals and genetically modified foods. So in one way or another, you're going to interact with some very important environmental issues in both your personal and your professional careers. So hopefully this will give you a good introduction to environmental issues. Let me see, anything else I want to say? Now let me switch over to the syllabus really quickly. I don't think there's anything I want to say about that. I covered most of what I wanted to say. It covers the paper. It gives you the discussions. It tells you when things are due, so please follow that in the syllabus. And it has a course schedule, so try to follow that. Again, we're in week 1 already. This goes from July 8th which is today till the 14th. So our week goes from Monday to Sunday night. So for week 1, you have to have everything done by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday night, which is July 14th. So that's every week. You have to have everything done. Your 3 discussion posts and 2 outside references for each discussion topic. So your 9 posts and your 6 outside references when we have 3 each week. Your quizzes, any homework that's due. The ecological footprint assignment is due the first week. Now, one thing to remember about that is that I want you to go take it and then print your results, like copy and paste them into a Word document. Do the best you can with that, but I really I want to see the results. I'd like to see the printout, per se, of your results of the ecological footprint exercise. So I know you ran it, and if you're having trouble, try to work with someone on how to cut and paste something from those pages into a Word document. If not, then you'll need to at least copy everything in there and give me all the detail of your results. Follow the instructions for that carefully. You ought to run the model a few times, and make sure you do that. Again, it's a model, and so you should consider, models have their pluses and minuses, and we can discuss that a little bit as well. Okay, I think that's all I have to say for now in this intro. Welcome to the class. You're already behind. So am I. So get working, get into the class, start doing it. Email me. Please use the email system within the online Canvas system, because I try to keep all the emails from the class in one place. And if they go to my personal email or my college email address, then I have to look in 2 or 3 different places to get them, and I may miss something. So I will check in every day, sometimes maybe every other day if I'm traveling or something, but almost every day. And we'll check emails. And again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Let's get started right away. And I will post very soon the lecture for a mini lecture for the first couple of chapters in the textbook. Okay. Welcome again to the class. Go ahead, get going. Like I said, we're already behind. I know, it's ridiculous. Anyway, and I'm signing off from good old Nazareth, Pennsylvania.